To me, I think of the wiki as one step in a writing process. For me, the writing usually begins with a sketch pad, not digitally at all, but I'm just sitting down and I'm jotting notes. At a certain point, it gathers a certain amount of momentum that I figure I can start putting it into a keyboard. Then at another point, I might feel that I'm ready to post it on the web or post it on a wiki. And I thought it would be really unusual. I didn't know of anybody who was using a digital collaborative space so that you could sit down, one person in Portland, another person in Seattle or New York, and work with text in particular. We started looking for group editing software. And eventually I just became more aware of this wiki technology. And one weekend I sat down and just played with it a little bit at home and found out that it was really pretty easy to edit and change a document. And so when this production of Midsummer Night's Dream came up, that I was working on with Haviva Avaron as the dramaturg, me as the director, and we know we wanted to work on it over the summer, I thought, well, that would be a great way to try that. We began to see that wiki as a space where you could easily share all kinds of information and easily update that information and easily work on that information. So one of the jobs of the dramaturg on Midsummer Night's Dream is to give actors and audience members a context for that text. So certainly we put the text up, certainly we put the cuts into the text. We also, with the text, decided we wanted to be able to gloss certain words, which is their meaning in kind of plain sense language. Those words would be highlighted a bit and you could put the mouse over them and the definition would pop up, which was very cool. So she began putting on that site, loading up onto that site, the designs for the show as they came out, background resource material on fairies. We decided to give the fairies a kind of goth quality, so she put goth imagery up there. One of the things you do as a director sometimes is you sketch little images of how a scene might look. I started doing that as well, so I would draw them a little image on a sketch pad of how I was imagining a scene might look, kind of like elementary storyboarding. So the wiki allowed us to even do a little bit of that. Putting it on the wiki published it in a way, began to give it a form. So I'm kind of interested in the way in which the wiki technology, which is pretty flexible, pretty open-ended, becomes a way of moving your work forward. So where early versions were posted on Blackboard, then when we're committing them, then we move them from that kind of hidden space in Blackboard into a more public space.